it was built and when. You can see now Dubrovnik as it looks, surrounded by wall 2.2 kilometers long. Well, first inhabitants here arrived in 7th century. From the less Croatian village further down, Savtat, maybe some of you heard or visited, they were Roman inhabitants and they were running away from Avars and Slavs, the tribes, and they arrived here. The town didn't exist. The main street, Stradun, was actually sea channel. So the main street was sea channel. The other side of the town, this part here, was just a cliff, just a rock. So those people, when they arrived, they settled here under the hill and on this rock. And then, the end of 11th, beginning of 12th century, they decided to build a city here. They closed the sea channel, they built Stradun, main street, and then slowly they started building more. If you think they finished this in 100 years, no. They were building it through the centuries. Majority of this town, most of the buildings, they were built through 14th, 15th, and 16th century, when the stone carvery was also booming everywhere here. With the stone from the island of Korčula and island of Brač. So the whole town is built with local limestone from our neighboring islands. So the wall is 2.2 kilometers long. On this side, the wall is, let's say, between 4 and 6 meters wide. On the other side, it goes from 1.5 meters to 3 wide, but the highest point is different height. The highest point is also 22 meters. So you can imagine. They built a city and Dubrovnik became independent republic in 14th century. Remember my introduction, everywhere we went, it was Venetian Republic at that time. So Venetians wanted to conquer Dubrovnik badly. They were attacking constantly by their boats. Turks were attacking from the mainland, but they never succeeded. Dubrovnik never had wars in 500 years. Can you imagine that? In this part of the world where we have war every 50 years, this is really wonder. They were very diplomatic. So they kept Turks away, Turks helped them keep Venetians away, and that's how they stayed independent. So now, the peninsula Pelješac, remember Trstenik yesterday, the whole peninsula and the island of Mljet, they were part of Dubrovnik Republic, Ragusa. Everything else we visited on our trip, Split, Korčula, the whole other area was Venetian Republic, and this was Dubrovnik Republic. Remember the salt I mentioned yesterday, salt from peninsula. Well, built by Romans for Dubrovnik, that was very important. 1 kilo of salt was worth as 1 kilo of gold at that time, and they were trading with Turks with salt, and that's how they kept the Turks away. And then Turks helped them with Venetians and so on. So, and they were very diplomatic, so that's how they succeeded to stay independent. Unfortunately, in the last homeland war, Dubrovnik was really badly damaged, so you can see it here. Also, maybe if you went to the hill, or did someone walk the wall?
Yeah.
Maybe you saw the roofs.
Yes.
There are different color of roofs. There are red roofs, there are pale yellowish roofs. So those pale yellowish roofs, they are very, very old roofs. And new roofs are mostly after the homeland war repaired. So you can see here, you can see triangle everywhere, black triangle roof damaged by direct hit. A lot. And then we even have totally burned down buildings during the aggression. So roof damaged by shrapnel, direct hit on the pavement. You probably went for a walk and you haven't seen any traces of the war. Okay? I'm going to show you now when we walk few places on the pavement, but it was rebuilt. Dubrovnik was rebuilt with the help of UNESCO because it is UNESCO World Heritage Site since 1979. It was also rebuilt with help from local people, but also organization called Friends of Dubrovnik. That is international organization, so people all over the world who love this city, they also try to help to rebuild. And today it looks the same as it looked before, but there are few traces and I'm going to show you this. Okay.